Hey there, welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're on a quick walk, driving to pick up the kids, or just grabbing a few quiet minutes to yourself, this episode is made just for you. Today we're talking about one of my all-time favorite hacks for stress-free dinners, ingredient meals. Now, I know that meal planning and following complicated recipes can be totally overwhelming. Have you ever tried making a 15-minute dinner that you see like on the Food Network, and that 15 minutes quickly turns into 45? So I get it. It's overwhelming, especially when you're juggling work, kids, errands, and all the things. So today I'm going to walk you through what ingredient meals are, why they help reduce stress and decision fatigue, and how they can actually support your health and food freedom goals. I'll even share 2 specific examples of how to prep these meals for the week, starting with a taco-inspired set and then one of my other favorites, Mediterranean-style bowls and wraps. Oh, don't forget, you can grab my spring recipe ebook, complete with kid-approved ideas, on my website. The link is in the show notes. Okay, let's start with the basics. What is an ingredient meal? I'm sure you hear me talk all the time about meal planning and meal prepping because it's something that I do every single week. But I feel like ingredient meals aren't something that I talk about enough. So an ingredient meal is literally exactly what it sounds like. Instead of prepping entire recipes, you prep a set of ingredients that you can mix and match all week long. So think proteins, veggies, a grain or base, and some simple sauces or toppings. This is literally one of my favorite ways to meal prep and meal plan because it truly cuts down on the amount of time that you're spending in the kitchen. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I don't love to cook. I don't. Some people do. I am just not one of them. I just don't love coming home from work and having to make dinner. Some nights I downright hate it. So for me, I just prep as much as I can on the weekends so that weekday dinners are quick and easy. And one way I do that is by using ingredient meals. So when these are ready, you can throw them together in like 5 or 10 minutes, totally without a recipe. And it also makes your meal planning for the week very, very easy. Grocery shopping too. And it works so well, especially for us busy moms, because you're already stretched too thin, so this saves you time. It eliminates decision fatigue, so you aren't starting from zero every night. Have you ever come home and asked your husband, what do you want for dinner? Your spouse, what do you want for dinner? And they're like, I don't know. What do you want for dinner? And you ask your kids, what do you want for dinner? Oh, macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets? No, we're not making that again for the 5th night in a row, right? Like, everybody has such decision fatigue at the end of the day because they're so tired from being at work all day. Nobody wants to have to pick what's for dinner. And it's flexible, so you get a variety without making 5 different dinners. So it's something that everybody in the family can eat and enjoy, even your littlest picky eaters. So let's go through 2 real-life examples so you can see just how simple and customizable this can be. My first example of an ingredient meal is a taco-inspired dinner, right? So if you're going to, you say on the weekend, meal prep the taco dinner, you're going to prep a ground meat, right? So you could do ground turkey, ground chicken, ground beef with taco seasoning, brown rice or quinoa, chopped bell peppers, shred some lettuce, maybe cut some cherry tomatoes in half, roast some sweet potatoes if you want. Make sure that you have a can of black beans in the cabinet, and avocados and shredded cheese and salsa, right? So like you don't have to prep the beans, avocado, cheese, or salsa ahead of time because it's probably already made, especially if it's store-bought. And you want to make sure you have some sour cream, or Greek yogurt is a great sour cream swap if you really like it. And whatever tortillas or taco shells or even romaine lettuce leaves that your family loves. So when you have those ingredients, you can make a variety of different dinners. So you can use it to make regular classic tacos, burrito bowls. So you could do like a rice, a protein, veggie salsa. You're done. You can make a taco salad, stuffed sweet potatoes, which are really delicious, and lettuce wraps. So you have 5 different options just from those few ingredients. So the whole family can customize their plates based on those ingredients that you've already prepped and planned for. Your picky eater can stick to like the chicken or whatever protein you're making, rice and cheese, while you load yours up with veggies and avocado. So it really makes dinner time easier because your children don't have to have everything that you're having. I have a lot of my clients tell me that they come home and they make dinner. Their kids say they don't want it, and they end up making a second dinner. And if they have more than one child, sometimes a third. And I just can't imagine how time consuming that must be. The rule in my house specifically, and no judgment if you are the person who makes 2 and 3 dinners every night, but the rule in my house is I cook dinner. I will cook you one dinner. And I do try to get my son to help as often as possible, but I cook one dinner. It's something that I know he will eat, so I will never make a full dinner that I know he doesn't like. And if he doesn't like it, then he can make himself something else to eat, as long as it is something equally as healthy as what I have made. So depending on how he feels, sometimes he will make himself something healthy that is okay to eat. And sometimes he'll just be like, okay, forget it, I'll eat what you cooked. Because I'm not standing in the kitchen all night. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. My second example of a ingredient meal would be like meals with Mediterranean inspired ingredients. My whole family does actually. We love Greek food. I probably make some form of a Mediterranean dish once a week or once every 2 weeks. I love it. So for an example, you could grill some chicken breasts or chicken thighs, or have some chickpeas with lemon and garlic, and season that, grill it up ahead of time. You can cook farro, couscous, brown rice. As a little side note, by the way, if you are meal prepping and you're cooking rice or potatoes, it actually is best to cook them ahead of time, let them cool down, and warm them back up again before you eat them. That process changes the resistant starch that's in those foods, and it changes the way your body absorbs the nutrients. So if you are making some kind of rice or potato, it's best to make it, let it cool, and heat it back up. So it's a great thing to meal prep like on the weekend if you're going to eat it on like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of the week. So back to Mediterranean meals. We're going to do, like I said, the chicken or the chickpeas, the couscous or the brown rice. You could chop up some cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, red onions, olives. You can grab some hummus or tzatziki at the store. They're also really easy to make. I make homemade tzatziki all the time. It's so simple. I think I might actually have my recipe up on my website. I will link it if I do. Some crumbled feta and some greens like arugula, spinach, or romaine lettuce. And then you just need some wraps or pita bread. My family loves like the flatbreads. We get them at Aldi's, or the naan bread. We love those, and that's what I usually use to make like a chicken gyro at home. So you've prepped all your ingredients. What are you going to make, right? You can make Mediterranean bowls. So you're going to use a green base plus a protein, veggies, hummus, and feta. You can make Greek salad wraps. You're just going to toss all of the ingredients, whatever you like, into that wrap, flatbread, or pita. You can make a power salad. Just going to pile it all over greens, drizzle on some olive oil and some lemon, and you're good to go. I love having a salad like that for lunch the next day. You can do like a little sample plate, like a grown-up Lunchable, where you have a little bit of everything. Those are some of my favorite lunches also. Or you could do like a warm grain skillet. You could heat some farro, chickpeas, and veggies in a pan for a really easy, warm one-dish meal. And again, no recipe required. You just mix and match the ingredients based on what you're craving and what you like and what your day looks like. I've spoken about meal planning before, and I literally hang my meal plan on my refrigerator every week. At the top of my meal plan are the days of the week, and I write down what my busiest nights are. I write down a night that I have clients. I write down a night that my husband has a meeting. I write down a night that my son has something to do for sports or school. And those are the nights that we just make these quick and easy, throw together dinners. And we're always having something healthy, something to keep us nourished and energized. and I never have to worry about what we're going to have for dinner. So I really want to emphasize this. You don't need more complicated recipes. You probably need fewer decisions. And Ingredient Meals gives you the tools to create flexible, healthy meals without starting from scratch every night. This approach helps you support your health goals because you're more likely to eat balanced meals, you're less likely to grab takeout, and you eliminate stress around food and dinner time. And all of that creates a foundation for true food freedom. So if this idea is calling to you, try it out this week. And to help you get started, I created a spring recipe ebook with quick and easy dinners. You can find the link in the show notes if you would like to check it out. And this resource will walk you through exactly what to prep so you're not stuck at 6 p.m. staring into the refrigerator abyss, wondering what's for dinner. All right, let's wrap it up. Ingredient meals save you time. They reduce decision fatigue. They make healthy eating realistic for busy moms. And remember, dinner doesn't need to be gourmet. It needs to nourish your body and work for your lifestyle. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be doable. So you've got this. You can do it. I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. If you found this helpful, share it with a mom friend who's ready for a little more ease at dinner time. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I'll see you next time.